Last year, I reviewed the film Spy Kids for its 20th anniversary. And now this year, we're celebrating the 20th anniversary of its sequel. Let's talk about Spy Kids 2, The Island of Lost Dreams. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name's Dual, better known to as the Big D, and this time around, I bring to you a review of the 2002 spy action comedy flick Spy Kids 2: The Island of Lost Dreams, released by Dimension Films, directed by Robert Rodriguez, who of course directed its predecessor, and he also wrote, shot, and edited the film. He also produced the film with Elizabeth Avellin. If I mispronounced that, I apologize. Now, most of the main cast return, including Antonio Banderas, Carla Gugino, Alexa Vega, and Daryl Sabara, who, of course, those two once again played the title characters. Plus, Mike Judge, Ricardo Montalban, Holland Taylor, Christopher McDonald, and Steve Buscemi co-star as well. After the success of the first film, they decided to give us a sequel, which was released on this day, August 7th in 2002. Hence, this is the film's 20th anniversary, since last year was the 20th anniversary of its predecessor. Now, if you haven't seen my review for the first Spy Kids film, I advise you to click on that card that'll take you to the video in case you might have missed it, or if you want to see it again. Now, like its predecessor, it got some pretty good response and what have you, and I really thought that was really good. Though, unfortunately, it didn't make quite as much as its predecessor, but I'll get to that later. But anyway, let's get into our story. The OSS now has a full child spy section, of which Carmen Cortez and Junie Cortez have become agents. Although they were the first of the new Spy Kids division, they are not the top ones though. They face fierce competition from Gary and Gertie Giggles, OSS agent Donegan Giggles' children, whom Carmen and Junie rescued on their first mission. Carmen defends Gary as she has a crush on him, straining her relationship with Junie. At the OSS Awards banquet, Donegan hacks into the president's teleprompter and is named director of the OSS instead of Gregorio Cortez. A fight ensues when a group of Magnum men arrive, rendering all adults unconscious. They're seeking the Transmuker, a highly coveted device which can shut off all electronic devices. Junie recovers it, but drops it when Gary tries to grab it. Gary blames Junie for the loss, resulting in his being fired. The next morning, Carmen hacks into the database, reinstalling Junie as an agent. They take a mission meant for Gary and Gertie to recover the Transmuker, using some hints from their mentor, Vega and Floop, and their former arch-nemesis Alexander Minion. They follow the trail to a mysterious island where no electronics work. Meanwhile, Gary and Gertie are rerouted to the Gobi Desert, and while trying to pinpoint their position, fall into a pit of camel crud, whereupon they swear revenge. Shortly after arriving, Carmen and Junie meet Romero, a scientist and sole human inhabitant of the island, who has been attempting to create genetically miniaturized animals to sell them to kids as miniature zoos. After creating hybrid animals, Romero accidentally poured a growth concoction over them, greatly increasing their size. His fears being eaten, so he's unwilling to leave his lab. Carmen is captured by a spork, a flying pig, and dropped into its nest with Gertie, who tells her that Gary is genuinely evil. Her feelings for Gary change after he tries to kill Junie and she protects him. Romero, encouraged by Junie, leaves his lab and discovers his creatures are much friendlier than he thought. Carmen and Junie eventually find and recover the Transmuker and are surprised when their family joins them. Dogon then confronts the group, takes the Transmuker, and after a fight with Gregorio, tries to destroy the Cortez family with it, but it malfunctions. Guri reveals she sabotaged it and threatens Dogon with telling everything to her mother. Now for the ending. You know the procedure. 5 seconds to stop this video. Go to the description box below. If you've seen the movie already, please continue. Thank you, and here we go. Okay, you've been warned. The president and his staff arrive on the island. He and his daughter Alexandra fire Dogon. Gary is temporarily disavowed, and Alexandra appoints Gregorio as director of the OSS on her father's behalf. Even though offered a promotion, Juni resigns due to the impersonal treatment he had received by the OSS after being framed. As the Cortez family leaves the island, Romero gives Juni a miniature spider monkey as a gift, and the island's inhabitants bid farewell to the Cortez family. During the credits, Machete hosts a concert featuring Carmen with a microphone which auto-tunes her voice and a belt that helps her dance, and Juni with a guitar that plays itself, but realizes too late that he never put any batteries in the devices before they went on stage. Meanwhile, Dinky Winks, the owner of Troublemaker's theme park, paddles to Romero's island to strike up a business deal. Well, guess you know what that means. End of story. 1 minute of silence, everyone. Okay, so what did I think of Spy Kids to the Island of Lost Dreams? Well, I gotta say, I really did enjoy this just as much as the first film. It is pretty funny and what have you. Well, I got some pretty good reviews like its predecessor, but however, it unfortunately didn't quite come close to its predecessor. Though it did make over 100 million, made 119 million worldwide, and still it became a big success. Now, of course, Robert Rodriguez did the score along with John Dabney, which that was really good. And of course, Alexa Vega does the Isle of Lost Dreams song at the credits, which that was pretty good too, as a matter of fact. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. The story was pretty good and what have you. Still, we got a really great cast. Antonio Banderas and Carla Gugino are back as Gregorio and Ingrid Cortez. They were all good. They were both good. So was Alexa Vega and Daryl Sabara as Carmen and Juni. Mike Judge, who of course you know, the creator of a certain Beavis and Butthead and co-creator of King of the Hill, provided the playing of Doggone Giggles. Absolutely funny. Ricardo Montalban played grandfather Valentin Avalon. Holland Taylor appears as grandmother Helga Avalon. Christopher McDonald played the President of the United States. Danny Trejo plays Machete, as if you didn't know. Alan Cumming returns as Fegan Floop. And Tony Shalhoub is back as Alexander Mean. Let's see. We have Matt O'Leary as Gary Giggles. Playing, and we have some others. We have Steve Buscemi as Romero. And Cheech Marin as Felix Gum. And a couple of youngsters who would be big stars. Emily Osment, who this was still before she went on to play Lily, or was it Lila? Well, I know her alter ego was Lola on Disney Channel's hit Hannah Montana. Well, played Gary Giggles. And Alexandra, the president's daughter, was played by Taylor Momsen, who you knew best played Cindy Lou Who in the live-action adaptation of Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. And, of course, she went on to be on TV's Gossip Girl, and, of course, is the leader to that hard-rockin' group known as the Pre-Reckless. Yes. So, anyway, yeah, the cast isn't too bad. I really think this is a pretty good and solid film and what have you. It has lots of fun, what have you. It's just so incredible. It's really fun to watch. So anyway, I think it's like you're seeing another kind of James Bond for kids flick or something like that. But anyway, Spy Kids 2: The Island of Lost Dreams is pretty good. So with a good story, a great cast, and a good score and what have you, overall, would I recommend this film? I'd say yes. This would be worth a watch. Now, of course, after this, there will be another film that would be released the following year, which would be Spy Kids 3D Game Over, which I'll review that next year. And I know that one kind of got mixed response and what have you, but that did even better than that. But I'll talk about that next year, okay? So anyway, what are your thoughts on Spy Kids 2: The Island of Lost Dreams? Please tell me in the comments section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and be a part of the Big D Nation. And join me next time, as I'll have another video coming up for you, but I won't reveal the title just yet. Just stay tuned, okay? So thanks for watching. If you like this, consider watching some of these other videos. In the upper left-hand corner is my review of another film that Robert Rodriguez had worked on. That was The Adventures of Shark Boy and Lava Girl. And then there, in the upper right-hand corner is my review of the recent animated feature Paws of Fury: The Legend of Hank, which is spoiler-free. And the bottom left-hand corner is another spoiler-free review I did, and that would be on another anime feature, DC's League of Super Pets. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe if you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc. Then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.